touching knees.
Trivial.
Yo, 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 what is going on, Xbox and YouTube? Now, welcome to the Battleborn Open Beta. As you guys can see, it looks quite amazing already.
The portal's surging. Brace yourself, Nova.
But one thing I really do not enjoy about this beta, and I realized it almost right away, was the fact that the story mode seems to really struggle with its frame rate. The story mode seems to be running at 30 FPS, while the multiplayer aspect of the Battleborn Open Beta seems to be trying to push for 60 FPS. I don't believe either versions, the story or the multiplayer, are able to hit a stable or consistent frame rate of 60 FPS, and in some instances I believe Battleborn has a horrible time trying to even push out 30 frames a second in certain instances. And a few other things I really don't like is it just, in my opinion, seems like a hell of a button masher game. As you guys can see right now, I am playing as Wrath, and I am literally just spamming the right trigger, the left bumper, and the right bumper over and over again. And not to say that button mashing games are not fun, they definitely have their place. But I was just expecting a little bit more of a fighting mechanic within the Battleborn Open Beta. That is not to say that they are not going to be adding more to the game before it comes out, but there's a very slim possibility. Now on to a few other negatives. I just do not like the constant overall waves of enemies, and it's not that the waves get annoying, it just seems like there's no rhyme or reason to why the waves are even coming at you in the first place. And then once the waves come at you, they seem to just be the same characters over and over again. And this game seems to be all about trying to get as many points as you possibly can in the shortest amount of time that you possibly can. So I'm not really into those aspects of the game. But on to some of the stuff I really do enjoy. I really enjoy the massive open worldness of this game, and there are multiple different routes that you can take to select, you know, which way you want to go. There are a few different ways depending on your play style. The other thing that I really like are these augmentations. Now, augmentations basically are like perks within this game, and they give your character extra abilities, or they take your character's existing abilities and make them basically better. So there is one thing I really think is good about this game. The leveling system seems to work really nicely. And if you're looking for a game that's not really so much in your face with competitiveness and challenging, this might be the game for you. This is a nice kick back, relax on the couch style game and just go absolutely ham with all of your friends. But there are more cons about this game than there are pros, in my opinion. Like I said, a lot of the maps seem to almost be the exact same, and it just seems to be a point farming game in my opinion. But I really do enjoy playing as this Wrath guy. His special abilities are just tons of fun, and for somebody like me that's not really good at games that have to do with leveling up abilities and just tons of information and, you know, number crunching, this is my kind of game. I'm not an MMO player whatsoever, so to have a game that is slightly like an MMO but mostly like a first person is really, really neat in my opinion. Now, I don't know all of what's in this beta yet, but I do know that there are a fair amount of characters, so maybe I just got unlucky with the characters I decided to use or play with. But there is definitely a lot of characters to choose from. That is another plus in this game. There seems to be a ton of characters that you can choose from, and that is what makes it all the better, because depending upon who you pick and who your teammates pick, the gameplay drastically changes. So this gameplay might be different than what you would see somebody else playing if they were playing with different characters. Well, in the beta, they seem to leave a lot of them locked, so it's really, really difficult to tell where this game is headed. And like I said before, it really does seem just like a point farming game, but is still a lot of fun nonetheless. And if I were to have to rate this game, I would give it a solid 7 out of 10, mainly because of the 30 FPS and the really struggling frame rates. And I do understand this is a beta, but what most people don't understand is this is an open beta, and open betas genuinely are almost the exact same as the final release of the game. So my guess is we're not going to see much deviation from what we're seeing right now, and that is very disappointing in my opinion. But with that being said, guys, if I've opened your perspective on the Battleborn open beta just a little bit, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.